turn 56, so I lost my throne as planned, and now I'm in trouble because if I lose my leader I lose the game. I will be cautious and not lose my leader, I guess. So I haven't watched the battle yet, so let's look at it, let's watch it together. So Jean lost some key units, but many of his key units remain, so I cannot launch a counter-attack. Okay, nice. Smite on turn 1 with nice success on the Banshee. And then, as you can see, the cannon has fire damage because of Holy Champion, as I explained on the video of the previous turn, and that comes from my my Theocrat. Sorry, my Theocrat here was leading this army, and so I put the cannon with him so that the cannon gets that. And unfortunately, you can see the engineers are on the other side, and if I was lucky, the cannon would have been here, and the engineers would have been just nearby and would have been able to reload. Jean did two things interesting during this battle. One is he put his two Dread Reapers together, whereas they were separated when his troops were moving, and he didn't send his leader into the battle, and that might have been a wise choice, because the leader could have been killed. Then if he lost his throne, he would have lost, despite his mighty empire. So it was a cautious move, and it worked pretty well. Didn't lose any unit, but the drawback of this is it doubles the casting, the cost of casting some spells, and so it didn't cast Desecration, for instance, but that's probably because it doesn't have Desecration, otherwise I think you would have cast it. Okay, second smite on the Storm Sister, because I've got 25 CP, and so here unfortunately you can see that my cannon is alone and cannot reload with the engineer, which is really a big problem. And actually I did some tests, and if I put the engineer in the same stack, they were not reloading the cannon. But that's actually a big issue, because if you build engineers, that's to reload cannons. So we would probably need to do some additional tests and see if we can change that, because that definitely gives a big drawback to my army. If the cannon would have attacked every turn, the result would certainly have been different. Maybe not victory, but at least some additional units dead. Then so I've got all my Forge Priests firing fire damage on Jean's unit, and it doesn't have protection from light, so it's taking some nice damage, especially when they will get on closer range. He has 3 units with regroups, 2 Matriarch and 1 Troll, so that's pretty difficult to kill him, and he has a lot of healing from his support units, and he also has, and the Matriarchs themselves are support units, and he also has Undying thanks to his reanimators and Invoke Death. Yeah. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh, True Resurrect. Okay. So he has True Resurrect. And that, I guess that's how he got his Watcher. So this spell is really a pain in the ass and a game changer, and it's going to be nerfed in future version of the balance mode, but Jean got a lot of Nice stuff. Not yet balanced. That we are balancing like through resurrect, like a bug on the high elf cities, +5 research points per high elf cities, which is a bug from the balance mode that we are correcting in version 1.23. Like also the reanimate ruins, cheap reanimate ruins, cheap dark ritual to get 3 cadavers from a city that you conquered or as a defense. But that's the way things are. Flashbang, yeah, nice. My leader is casting Flashbang. So now I have to kill my own engineer. And so he has 2 units who entered the walls, and my golems and giants should try to deal with them. And here I've got a nice shot at the Dread Reaper with this Forge Priest doing some big damage, but unfortunately not killing it. And then one disadvantage of the Forge Priest as a siege defense is that they heal each other, which is good but bad at the same time, because sometimes I would prefer them to do their range damage rather than heal. But well. Sorry, trying to set the right volume for the sound. Okay, going to speed it up a bit. So I've got a good army versus him with golems that cannot be killed by invoke death, immune to spirit and blight damage, and a lot of fire damage, and he is vulnerable to fire. But that's not enough. Oh yeah, no, my Theocrat is dead, so I lost the Holy Champion on my units, and so the Dread Reapers, they have life drain, so that's really annoying when you have living units. So that's why I built the golems also. But then he has Storm Sisters that do shock damage, and that can stand, so that's pretty strong against the golem, so that's difficult. But I started, as I said on the previous turn, I started too late to build the golems, but I didn't really have a choice because I had a weak economy. His Monster and Hunter is good also with the additional damage versus shit, petrified versus giants. Okay, so I guess I kill one of the Dread Reaper here. Yep, killed. Reloading the cannon, unfortunately. And that's his first C4 with Paragon. So yeah, it has resurgence. So even if I killed him, he would still be alive. This is a pain to kill, really. Even with 20% fire weakness. Take too many units to kill it. And they don't focus fire. Yeah, so my golem is coming, but too late. And now he has units respawning and healing each other. One less Forge Priest. 2 Forge Priests dead. Now it's probably going to stun my golem because they have 40% shock weakness. Ah no, I'm lucky. stun the cannon maybe. Yeah, stunned. And that gluten also is really annoying. But at least he cannot cross the wall. That's one good thing. So it looks like I was not, I don't know, my golems were not really well located to deal with these units. I've got one doing nothing. Okay, so finished one Unicorn Rider. Healing for nothing. Flashbang for nothing. Killed the Gryphon Rider, so now I only have 2 units inside my wall. That's 1 Dread Reaper. Ah no, shit, I've got I don't know, shit, I've got 4 units actually. The Troll entered also. So Dread Reaper, Watcher, sorry. Okay, Watcher dead. And an Naga Matriarch. But that Dread Reaper is tough to kill. Yeah, now I'm panicked. And stunned. Invoke death on my giant. Because unfortunately the giants are living units, and one of his units, probably the Unicorn Rider, yeah, the Unicorn Rider as Undying, and then I'm pwned by the Storm Sisters stunning and destroying my golems. If he didn't have the Storm Sisters, I think I would win this fight, because I would my golems would stay alive much longer. Necro is pretty tough for me. It's at the same time it's a good matchup if I have many machines, but at the same time it's pretty tough, especially high health Necro, because I cannot lifesteal from it, and I'm playing Shadowborn and with lifesteal, so quite difficult. And this Dread Reaper is just healing itself on me, and I'm not doing any significant damage. Each time I do damage on it, it heals back. Oh, I'm almost killed his hero, but he has Undying, so not very useful. And this guy is doing nothing. This Boar Rider. Oh, Cold Lightning from the Matriarch. That's funny she didn't use it earlier, because it's an elite Matriarch. Yeah, and now the Dread Reaper is back to full health again. Okay, I think we've seen enough of this fight. So if I had managed to kill this Dread Reaper, it would have been okay, but actually it was a good move from Jean to put the 2 Dread Reapers together, because I was able to kill one, and if the second one had arrived there, I would have been able to deal with it, I think, with a golem. But 2 at the same place is pretty difficult to deal with. So one passed, even if the other died. Okay, so that was at my throne, and now he's here. So he lost, in the end, he lost 1 Dread Reaper, 1 Troll, 1 Watcher, the Banshee, then several units came back as 2 units came back as cadavers. I don't remember exactly which one they were. I think one was a reanimator, because he had 3 at the beginning. And so now he has these units plus 2 cadavers. So that's still very strong, especially this Dread Reaper, very tough to kill for me. So what I decided, I'm not sure it was the best idea. I think I had 3 options. One was to attack, but no way. Second was to retreat on the east. And after thought, I think maybe I should have done that, because this city is going to die, but I can retreat all the way there, and then use this to build a throne here and defend. And it's not sure it will find it, but not really satisfying. So instead I went there, and I'm building a shattering hammer. And similarly, yeah, something I should definitely have done, even if I didn't have economy to build golem, it's to build a shattering hammer at my throne. Should definitely have done that. I didn't, so it was a mistake. So now I'm doing this, because with the shattering hammer, it would have been a little different, and several of his units would have died during the fight. The cost would have been higher for him. So I'm bringing all the units. I will have 2 full stack here, and then he will have to attack with this, and only the bridge and only his flying and floating units will be able to go there. So he might still be able to attack with 2 strong stacks and probably beat me, but the cost will be quite high. And so these guys didn't have enough movement, so they are here, and he would need to attack with his Dreadreaper and Leader, but I don't think he's going to do that, because then I can try to catch him with the rest of my units. And I'm keeping 1 Forge Priest here and 1 here at the inn, in case he comes here, summon a Banshee or something, and try to take the inn and then buy units. And also because I already have 12 units there, so I don't need the 2 Forge Priests. This cadaver is just going to suicide, because Jean will be able to kill it anyway. So let's disband it, and I kept the other one that I had on the bridge, so that he's concealed. And next turn I plan to use it to check if he's still here. If he's not, I can take back my city. Then I'm resurrecting hero to get back my Theocrat. I hope I will get back the Theocrat first and not the Necromancer. And down here, so I did another fight I'm going to show against the Giant Dwelling quests, against the dragons. So here the key is not to lose my leader, obviously, because the game, and the dragon, the first dragon, has fearsome. So my leader doesn't have what's the name? Strong will, so it's a bit dangerous. Okay, there was a lag. So it's a bit dangerous to stay near the dragon and potentially get panicked, and then I flee. So I moved my leader away from the dragon, out of his range, and I gave the dragon some units to attack at his range. And the aim was to get my own dragon versus the first dragon. And because I've got life drain from the shrine to the Wizard King, so I can heal back, whereas the opponent dragon cannot. So even if I take some big damage, I can sustain them. And so all 3 units attack me, whereas these guys cannot reach my other group, so they all attack my leader. And thanks to the new ability from the balance mode, Inject Mana Fuel, my leader has Tireless, so he can really definitely deal with them, and it takes very low damage because he has very high defense, very high resistance. So I kill one of the wyverns, and then I don't dare to approach too much here because I'm afraid the dragon would kill my wyverns. And there with my leader I made a mistake because I've got first strike, so they are not going to attack me, so I should have moved or attacked them, but not stalags. I was hoping they would attack me and be dead, but actually they can't because I've got first strike. So then I wanted to heal a little my other units, but was a bit complicated. And then I made a mistake because first I wanted to come there, then I realized the dragon could disengage and attack me. So then I used Slip Away to heal, because otherwise after I would not have time. And there we were. So I healed the dragon and then finished the Frost Dragon. Wanted to give the experience to the Obsidian Dragon, but would have taken one more hit, so couldn't. But at least now the Obsidian Dragon is elite, so if I go to the surface I'm going to transform everything right, thanks to passive. And that means I will be concealed with these 3 units. So I got the reward, the Frost Giant as a reward, as well as an item with Petrifying Hand. But I was hoping it would appear here, and then I would to take these 6 berries to prevent the Banshee here from taking them. But instead it appeared in the closest X from my unit, so that was here. So not really the best place, just next to a spawn site. So in the end I decided to move everyone here, because I don't have movement points anymore with my dragon. And then next turn I plan to do these sites. And so the problem with this is that Ezekiel moved his main army here. You can see the road building, and now he's here and he's moving in this area, and I don't know who took the haste berries. Maybe it's him, because he sent me a message saying we cannot say it anymore, but he sent me a message saying that, where is it? I don't see it anymore, but anyway, he sent one message saying he had an untouchable moving toward me, something. So I guess that is untouchable. Maybe that cleared this area, I don't know. But yeah, that's worrying, because he might see me and then send his army to hunt me. But I really need the gold, and I really need above all the mana. So I want to clear the Forbidden Sanctum, maybe get a very good spell and get the mana, and then just move away because it's too dangerous in this area. And then I've got several options. So I would like to kill this Banshee, but that's going to be complicated. One option is to move back there, take the shrine, get regrowth, and go try to kill Jean. But that's complicated because I don't have strong will, and the Dread Reaper can just invoke death on me, and bye bye, I'm dead. Second option would be to go here and join my other forces on the surface, but that doesn't look like a really good plan. Third option would be probably to go back here and go attack this. And fourth option would be to move south, but I don't know about Eskild's troops, and I don't really want to open a new front. So then here, so Jean sent a Fey toward me, and I killed it with this life drain units, greater life drain actually, because he used the shrine and he has life steal as base. And now I'm moving back, so I'm not in a very good position, because that creates an opportunity for my enemy to attack, and with only 2 units defending. But I think I'm far from them, so should be okay. And it's better to move like this because my units are quite slow, so I want to arrive there as soon as possible, clear these sites, and next turn I will be able to see if there is indeed a wall, as I expect here, and if I can clear it. If I can clear it, I might be able to do a kind of surprise attack on this. Then there was another attack on the surface, so I killed the Mystic defending the old Throne of Jonny that Jean reanimated. And now I'm here. I moved my hero to be able to heal the Gryphon and also to reduce the upkeep. I made a mistake when I moved, and so I was not able to bring all my troops at the same X, which would have reduced my upkeep further. And so I don't think he will be able to reach me this turn, especially since I don't think he has very good troops there. And I'm moving with these guys and planning to take this next turn. I'm moving the builder too, to try to build a road to fasten my movement, and moving the spy drones toward this one, try to take it. And I summoned a spy drone here, took the Watchtower, and now I can see he has elite high health reanimator, so I'm destroying the Watchtower now. And moving to be actually attacking him would not be a good idea now, because I cannot kill it. But if next turn I get my hero back, cast him here, and I know, because actually this will be destroyed next turn. So yeah, we need to think about this spy drone. At some point I plan to send the Gryphon Rider, but I don't think he could beat the reanimator alone, or even with a spy drone. So I'm going to think about this spy drone post video. Then yeah, so that's it for this. Here I'm moving here, but I don't know if I will go there or south, but probably on the east. And finally I'm sending this spy drone here, keeping it far from this, hoping I won't be spotted, and then I can move here and try to check what is in this area. And here there was, oh yeah, I didn't move this one, and she didn't, the map didn't remind me about them. That's weird. So I've got a wisp from Eskild here, but probably didn't spot me because it doesn't have night vision. It probably saw all this being cleared. So I'm going to move back there, and I might get caught, but anyway, there isn't much I can do with them. And so the plan is still to build a fortress at some point and then do a surprise attack on this. But the issue is I don't know what's on the other side. Maybe Eskild is not far. So finally, this grew into a village. I lost my throne, and Fistandantilus completed the Imperial Residence Empire quest. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.